Within each chapter there's an opportunity to be recognised as the notable networker in recognition of what you're doing, work behind the scenes, levels of business on the traffic lights, the amount that you're giving, the amount that you're gaining, the amount of training you're attending, and it's voted for by the membership committee of the chapter. Martin Hobby, our current notable networker. What a guy, what enthusiasm and effervescent, a wonderful character.
Martin is just a wonderful character to have in the group. His energy, his enthusiasm, his passion at that time in the morning keeps us all going. So yeah, great chap.
Great character, great energy, his work's fantastic.
The work he's done to press, it just shows through in what he produces. It's off the wall, it's fresh, it's invigorating.
I first got into photography because I used to work in porn, but it was long hours and I found I was taking my work home with me at the end of the night and at weekends. So I wondered what it was like to be the other side of the camera. I went to the job centre on a Friday morning and I saw they needed a wedding photographer for that Saturday. I thought, why not? I'll give it a go. I think people like working with me just because I bring something a little bit different to the table. I've got quite an infectious personality that I've been told, and I like to provoke reactions from people. And I choose that sort of choice of words because sometimes it's not about making people smile, it is just about provoking the right reaction for the mood or image that you're trying to portray from the particular client you've got in front of you. So an example of how I can get a reaction from people, I was working with a company in London on Tuesday and I was taking portraits of their staff in various poses that are then going to be worked on by an artist for pictures around the office walls. And to do that, I had to actually get into action myself. So I was we were doing a bit of voguing, we were pointing at the camera, sort of thumbs up, just sort of all different stuff like this. Just because if I tell my subject to do something, it's just like, oh, okay, another photographer telling me what to do. But if the camera's on a tripod and I'm actually acting out what I want them to do, they can then not feel as silly and we can get a better reaction from people as well. I think one of the key things that I need to do is make people feel relaxed in a really short space of time. So as soon as they've walked in the room, just introduce yourself. And sometimes I like to throw them off guard. Don't talk about the fact that I'm going to take their picture. Just throw, what's your favourite dinosaur? It just throws them off guard slightly. I mean, when was the last time you asked someone what their favourite dinosaur was? It was probably when you were 8 years old. It's just something that makes people not think about the photo shoot that's going to happen. A phrase I was using again on the shoot on Tuesday was, show me a face like you've just eaten a really sour gherkin. It just throws people off guard, you get that great reaction. They might feel silly doing it, but after they've done it, then they are going to give you a really natural smile, a really natural laugh, and that's when you're going to be on the button getting the best shots of people.
He's got great creativity, he always gets the best out of his clients, and how he makes half of us look that decent at that time in the morning, I don't really know, but he does a cracking job.
Martin's an absolutely fantastic event photographer. We've used him in B&I Cheshire East in the past. Just seems to float around the room, gets all the shots that you really, really want.
He's been great in terms of his contact, the way that he's come across, the work that he's shown us, and really what he's tried to get out of the relationship is to build everything around what we're trying to do together. So he's been great for me to try and help that project. I've built a website for them, he's going to do the photography for it, so from that point of view, I'm really happy to be able to help him.
What makes you different to other people?
I've got 3 nipples.
Really?
No.